Hello and welcome to episode 14 of Timberborn, our Beaver city builder. All sorts of good stuff happening in this playthrough. You'll recall last episode we got this side of the map dammed up a little bit. And we took care of a couple other things, so we're going to keep on going in that vein. We are in the midst of the drought during cycle 15, so we're going to go ahead and get through that and then see how far we can get in cycle 16 before this episode gets too long. Yeah, I'm not really worried about this drought because it's not going to be super long. I think we're going to be just fine to let it play out just like it is now. And let all the construction and everything continue as it's been going. So I'll go ahead and put it on turbo mode. You'll notice we have a high number of unemployed beavers. So we'll be adding more beavers, probably working as farmers, just to take care of all of these responsibilities. We have 74 of our, well, actually all of the unemployed beavers are in this one. So why don't we go ahead and just start removing some of these resources here. Get them to take care of that. We'll just put a bunch more farmhouses in here and we'll be able to get more of the stuff done. Of course, we have tons of wood stored up. Probably more than we need, honestly. But we will we'll see what ends up happening with that. So another ongoing saga we can take a look at is our scavengers. They're done here. And these two have a little bit more they can do. We are unfortunately in a situation where our scavengers aren't really able to reach this while being in this district, not be able to reach all of it, that is. So I really don't want to make another district, but we probably are going to have to. We can mess with that when the time comes. Right now we need to probably focus on putting in some more of these. That will help some of our problems with farming and speed that up and give more people slash beavers jobs, that is. Let's check on our water levels here. They're about to get to the point where it's going to stop coming through this gate. Probably reasonably quickly. I'll just glitch through the entire map, why don't we? So we'll be keeping an eye on that. I think given how much wood we've got, we might not need all of this to be trees. We could possibly make this potatoes. But we have so many potatoes. I don't think we're really going to need to work too much harder on stuff like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get these kind of lined up with our alternating design here, just so we have some on planting and some on harvesting. Go ahead and make this one planting. All right, so that takes care of that. And of course, we have a ton of water stored up. This district is operating reasonably efficiently. So I think we're going to need to get a gatherer flag set up somewhere, so we can start getting these berries picked. Just so we have the ability to get rid of them without feeling too bad about ourselves. And we'll be doing some probably not farming over here, judging by the amount of food we've got that we can import into here. So we can go ahead and change this to, let's say, 500 grilled potatoes. We're not importing water, so that's good. So now it's just probably a race to see how much we can build. Logistically speaking, the town is pretty much set. And of course, our well-being can be a secondary goal as well. I guess if we want to max out everything, then we should probably plant some more carrots and start doing aesthetic type stuff. We don't have any unemployed beavers. Okay, well, we can fire a couple from the builder's hut because we're not going to need those. Because, you know, we're not building anything. Do we really not have, Huh. Well, I guess we, get rid of that. We're not going to need it. Okay, we don't need 10 at the hauling post. No, we don't. Come on down here and, get at this gathering flag, huh? No? Anybody? Literally nobody, huh? Okay, well, we got one at least. So we can leave them alone. The water has stopped flowing, which means that this has reached its ideal design capacity for holding a ton of water. And of course, we can still pump it out because of the height of the tubes here. So that's looking fine. See, I guess the next logical step would be to add more beavers, but there's nothing for them to do. So I don't think we'll be doing that. We can instead, I think, start focusing on taking care of fun and other needs the beavers might have. I already have 2 rooftop terraces here. I'm trying to think if I can get a spot done here where we can just plant a whole bunch of stuff. Plant like it's something you can actually plant. Jeez. All right. Let's see, rooftop terraces. I can do 2 if I do this. Do 2 of those over here. Now I wonder, can I? No, I still can't do any triple platforms over anything like that. But we can. We can kind of make sure that this is reasonably taken care of here. I think we should probably leave some of this open for more housing getting built. But we'll let them do what they need to do. Let's see, where else can we put some campfires? So well, within the area that we're in, we're starting to run out of places to put things without expanding too much. Of course, temples, carousels, we probably could be building, excuse me. It just takes a lot of horsepower we don't really have. But campfires, those are practically free. So I think we're probably safe to put a couple of those here. I guess if we really get bored, we could just start blowing up mountains. We have 438 dynamite, I guess. Or they're going to call it explosives, but just for the sake of saying that we can. That actually sounds kind of fun. It'd be completely pointless if for no other reason than to say that we did it. Why not, though? There's not specifically a reason we can't. It just seems kind of a waste of resources, but we're going to end up doing stuff anyway. All right, so this population of beavers does not currently have any leisure activities they can do. But if we were to go ahead and put in... there's not really a great place for me to put any of this, is there? I could put over here. Yeah, why not? Let's put that there just to be contrarians. Give them something to do. Then we can start looking at aesthetics, decorations. So we could, if we know buildings are going to be as tall as they're ever going to be, we could put roofs on them. Could build some fences. But I don't know if we have do they take up space or they just go between spaces? Okay, looks like they take up space. Beavers, though. Beaver statues. There we go. We could have some fun with these. Can I put them on top of buildings? I can. Oh, see, that's marvelous, because there's a couple spots here where I really can't put anything else. But if I put this in the middle of this housing block, oh, yes. 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 That is glorious. So we'll just, we'll just casually put a beaver there. Why not, right? I know this is going to be, somebody's going to be like, why are you doing this? It doesn't make any sense. Well, that's exactly why I'm doing it. Just for your edification. So we're going to try and game the aesthetic system by maximizing our beaver statues here. And trout's almost over anyway. So I think we're going to be in just fine shape. Now, theoretically, our demand is 2,690 horsepower, and we're only producing 672 right now because we have these windmills. But the water will be back soon enough. That will enable us to take care of other stuff. So, now that we have this, I always click the wrong thing. Now that we have this stuff done, I think we can go ahead and continue putting in these things right here. Oh, good, I did measure that right. Perfect. Of course, there's trees here, which is annoying, but we can take advantage of that by putting in a couple of lumberjack flags. By a couple, I mean 4. Get that taken care of, and then we'll flatten this mountain. Why not, right? Because then we can build stuff here. And also, it's fun to break stuff. I know. I think it's fun to break stuff, at least. Okay, and there's no power here because there's no wind. And this is going to fill up eventually to the point where it's going to start releasing power, which is precisely what we wanted. And I think, theoretically, we should redo this area so that we have a channel here instead of just it falls down into the middle of nowhere. But what's the fun in that, right? We'll just let this fill up a little bit. This ought to get us mostly filled up here. Yep, there we go. And now it's reached the height that it can actually flow out, which is what we wanted in the first place. The dawn of cycle 16, day 1. We're just about filled up to the point where it's going to... Can I hate the camera angle in this game? It's just about filled up to the point where it's going to start spilling over, and there it goes. All right, and that's looking good, and our water pumping stations here are functioning correctly. So let's check on our stuff here. Looking good. They just have to get these trees out of here eventually, as they decide to do so. Because as soon as this guy's done with these trees, we can get our beavers up here. But I think now we are in a good enough shape to get stuff up here, even if they can't follow a path necessarily. All right, now where are the beavers? Where are the beavers that are going to be taking care of this? Where are they at? What's up, dude? You got some stuff to do. Where are you going? Okay, well, maybe at least one of these will start, actually cutting down trees. That'll be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Now let's check on over here. So this is, it says it's dying out, so we need more water in here. So why don't we just let this fill up a little bit? There we go. All right, that's as high as that needs to be, theoretically. That ought to take care of most of the rest of that. Now, are they not going to go up here because they can't? Well, I don't even see them sitting here being lazy. Well, we'll have to keep tabs on that and see exactly how that's going to shake out. How did they build this campfire already over here? Good. Okay, so oh wow, the beaver statue is actually substantially helping our aesthetics here. I say let's go ahead and build some more of those. Wait, click on the wrong thing again. Where else can I squeeze a min-maxing beaver statue? How about right there? And right here, that ought to take care of most of that. Any other little pockets of land that would make sense? How about this this path right here? Is that the entrance to that, really? Well, it was a decent idea, at least. Again, I don't claim to be smart. I just play the game, and sometimes it's really funny how badly I lose. Okay, can I? Well, let's put that there and see what that gets us. How are we doing over here? They still haven't gotten this. Okay. So I may have, as the kids say, played myself. So let's just try this again. And we'll see what happens with that. We probably could use a third temple as well. And we're not making enough books. So how's our printing press looking? Well, it's going. It's certainly going. Certainly is going. Well, I guess we should probably start making more of those. No reason to be, this isn't this region? Yeah, so why are we not doing printing presses? Because this is the one that has a paper mill. We could put a printing press over here. Maybe. Kind of built ourselves into a corner. And by kind of, I mean we definitely did. So that's going to be an interesting thing to overcome here. I think we have enough lumber mills, but it's not going to fit in the space that one lumber mill took up. Oh, that's annoying. I hate when I do this. So I guess this does come out over here, though. I wonder if, where's the district gate? Here? I probably could get away. I know this is absurd, ridiculous. This is not the correct way to play the game. But if I were to put in, see, just the way this is oriented just is not in my favor. I think theoretically, if I just match up the sides of these buildings, it should work. I need to be able to get, man. Okay, that's annoying. What do I have here? Gear workshops, explosives factories. I guess I really should have thought about this beforehand. Now, why are these for not doing anything? Because this district has so many unemployed. It really should not be a problem. Because we should be having, you know, these things taken care of. Now, if I come out here and start marking these for demolition and then they decide they're going to come and get these trees, that's going to be really... Okay, so they won't chop them down, but they'll come delete them. All right, that's bad form. That's bad form. Just for that, I'm taking away your stairs. Well, one set of stairs at least. Yeah, so get rid of these things. Because we're going to take this entire mountain down. Why? I haven't the slightest idea. Probably because we can. All right, so Beaver Statue. If we have one built over here, then we will have fully maxed out the Beaver Statue. I just think it's absolutely hilarious that Beaver Statue has this much influence on people. But that's fine. Could do roofs and shrubs, and then we do awe. Monuments. So we could do a labor monument. Oh, okay. So we put that there. If I put this at the top, which way do I want this to face even? I guess if I was smart. I know this is really utilitarian and ugly and not aesthetically pleasing, but gotta be honest with you, I don't care. We're we're here to accomplish a mission, and that is to learn the game so we can come back later and have more fun playing it the correct way. So if I put another one of these here, it's sure it's going to be ugly, but it's going to get us where we want to go. And the next time we come back and play, we can do something a little bit different, knowing what we know. Take care of everything else. All right, so this is done, which means, of course, it's time to plant explosives. The true hallmark of success right here is definitely explosives. Okay, and this is working as intended. Looking good. We'll go ahead and demolish these resources here. Although I guess I should have made these lumberjack flags. I mainly just want to get rid of the bushes and not the trees. So I guess I should have been a little more careful. Just deselect individual trees. That ought to take care of most of that stuff. So that's looking good. This is now flooded. Okay. Well, I guess this needed to be set to 0.5. Because we're not pumping enough water out, as it were. That's an interesting problem to have. Well, I guess we'll just have to let this go at 0.5 for now until this whole area stops being flooded, because this is not going to stop coming in. Although I guess I could, if I felt like it, kind of reduce the amount of water coming in. That ought to get us most of the way there. All right. Where did I put up this? Okay, Beaver Statue. I honestly can't remember where the labor monuments got put. Oh, okay, it's right here and right here. All right. Meanwhile, how's Explosive Land looking? Okay, they still have not placed those. It doesn't say it's too far. Yeah, that should be easily with... Okay, here they come. Yeah, get this thing going. Let's set this off. Flatten the mountain. For no other reason than to say we can. Well, I figured it would be a little faster than this. Oh well. Such is the way. So we'll leave that be for a little bit. Water inflow versus outflow is looking good. Water storage is approaching full. Most areas. How are we looking on power generation? Okay, so our supply is still outpacing demand, which is good. I need to make more printing presses. I really do, and I'm not sure how to get there, because I thought I was going to be putting production buildings here, but this happens to be wheat now. So I guess I could, if I truly felt called to do so, just put a couple of these here. And then give her the old 1-2 with a high power shaft going into that building there. So we'll let them do that. I wish they would let's give them a little bit of a higher construction priority. By a little bit, I mean maximum priority. Give me these explosives. Let's go. I want to see this mountain disappear. Let's check on our population well-being. So everyone can see a beaver statue. Labor monuments are being constructed, so that's going to help that. Oh, one of them is actually done. That's kind of majestic, actually. I like that. Flame of Progress. And then Tribute to Ingenuity. So that we're going to have to get creative for the carousel and the Tribute to Ingenuity, because that's going to require a ton of power. Within 20 tiles. So, oh, wow. Okay. So we theoretically should only have to build... Well, we're going to have to build 3 anyway, or we just migrate all of the beavers out of this district. We'll see. We will be keeping our options open for that. In the meantime, I think our Mountain of Doom should be hopefully done literally anytime soon. I understand it takes a long time, but maybe we need to reevaluate our supply chains in here. Because I know we're not producing explosives in this district, we're importing it. But we should still have... Yeah, we still have 99 of these in here. Come on. We're going to need these people to step up their game. Let's get this thing blown up. You all want to see a big boom, don't you? Of course you do. Now bring me more explosives. Alright, we can't sit here waiting on that forever. Alright, we'll go ahead and get that power shaft built. Hopefully they can reach it. It's not horrendously far. Now why is this all dry? Oh, it's because the canal is not flooded enough. Alright, well, I guess we probably should have been keeping an eye on that. Let this replenish real quick. I know there's probably some settings I could do somewhere to make this more optimal and not as herky-jerky, but I just don't feel like doing that. All right, so this is looking good. I'll actually get this queued all the way up. I wish there's a setting in between 1.5 and 2. Really do. So it's not quite enough control. That does seem to be finished at least. We'll get this filled back up to capacity again. Kind of, at least. It does tend to flood rather easily. So I guess we should probably avoid complete up and down, up and down. Okay. Are we finally done with this yet? Okay. Cool. Bang. So we'll go ahead and get rid of this. One more explosive to take care of that. And then we can do the next level. It's all sorts of fun. All right, now somebody come do this. Okay, how are we looking otherwise for this? So 2 of those monuments are done. We just have the one wherever I decided I was going to place it here. Maybe I didn't even place it. I honestly don't remember. Oh, I didn't have one over here. Okay. I think if I do this, it should still cover all of this. I know that's kind of a cop-out. It's not a very exciting place to put it, but still counts. They ought to be able to get rid of that pretty quickly. All right, so that's done. Detonate that. Come over here with the stairs. Get that out of there. Then I believe once this is taken care of, we can come back in here with our explosives. And they'll get that done. If this guy ever finishes with the tree. And again, there's literally no reason for me to be prioritizing this. I just kind of feel like it. So how is this shaping up? I kind of wish there was like an in-progress update for this. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see when all these 200 logs are brought in. And it's finally just, you know, kind of appears. Again, I know this is ugly. But we're learning. Learning about the game. And the beautiful city comes later. That's going to be the next one. Unless I go with the Iron Teeth and try to learn them. But I might do a second playthrough of these guys. We'll see. All right, so while they're taking care of that, what else can we be optimizing over here? We still have a ton of unemployed beavers. Truth be told, I don't think we really have jobs for them. I don't think we really have too much we can get done here, but I know we are building more printing presses. So that's looking good. Where's our drop-off point here? I think paper we're going to need to increase our input of. Let's go to 500. Why not? Because I know we have a ton of it over in this district, and we're not really needing it because we're not printing any books. So that's looking good, looking fine. We have tons of food. We have so much food, it's unbelievable. We have water. So I think we don't have to worry about our beavers dying anymore. We just have to worry about keeping them employed, which is an interesting problem to have. We should have this labor monument. It should be done soon. Well, it is done. So why then are we still missing 150 beavers having access to a labor monument? So this covers this entire block. Is it because they're not in bed? Or they haven't seen it? Do they have to come in range? Huh. All right, well, we'll take a look at that at some point when that makes more sense. I just want these last little bits of dynamite over here to get done. Then we can take care of the rest of this demolition. See what else we can do for the end of this cycle. All right, well, we're not going to wait for that forever. So yeah, I just don't know what to have these beavers all do here, besides just make more production stuff. But we're kind of running out of room. I don't want to really get rid of crops, but I guess if I'm going to replace some of these trees with crops, it probably would not be the worst thing ever. So if we are to do that, I'll just get rid of this entire section right here. Because then we can just build a whole bunch more stuff. Get that done. So let's face it, we have so many potatoes, we're not really worried about the bread angle. We can get more of that bread going at some point. All right, come on, come on. We just have one. Just have one of these left. Somebody come bring me a bomb. Blow this thing up. There he goes. There he goes. But don't you leave before that's done. All right, good. Let's blow it up. Dunzo. All right. I guess I have to actually do this the correct way, huh? There we go. Now we can get all of this taken care of, and we can go ahead and start putting in all of our explosives. And as soon as these trees are done, we'll fill that back up too. Yeah. Now we're making progress. I don't think we're going to have this whole mountain gone by the time this episode is done, but we're going to be pretty close. Going to be pretty close. How many builders do we actually have over here? Got 4 here. Got 4 more here. That's one thing Ostrov does that I wish this game would do, is let you cycle between buildings of the same type. That would be pretty convenient. How are we looking on books? We need so many more books. So many more books. We'll go with printing presses for 400. Of course, I guess we could have paper mills over here too, right? Can I? Oh, I can. Haha. Get away with that pretty easily. Guess it probably makes the most sense to delete this campfire. No hard feelings, campers. I think what I can get away with here. Paper mill. Another one of these. Yeah, there we go. Put one of those right there. Then come along like this. Then I think I can get away. I know this is the ugliest town in the history of ugliness, but we're getting somewhere. All right. Now, labor monuments looking good. Except 2 have not seen it. That's interesting. Guess we can focus on doing the Flame of Progress next, huh? 400 planks. That's a lot of planks. But we have 400 planks. We have a lot more than 400 planks. So can I wonder if I can get away with putting that like that, then putting a couple more like this. If I can do, I need to get rid of one of these grills. Yes, I know. That's a suboptimal placement. Okay, yeah, sure. That's fine. Being suboptimal is okay with me right now. I'm learning the game. So this is actually equilateral there. Okay. It's not even a triangle. It's a 4-sided shape. What am I doing? So where else can I put one of these bad boys? I think. So all I really have to do is just put it up here.